Northwest, we are in Ephrata, Washington, getting set for a much anticipated World Series for these 16 to 18-year-olds playing in Babe Ruth baseball. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring the coverage. It is James Crenshaw who is in the truck in charge of giving the different angles, the different looks, and we've got a very young crew that is ready, willing, and able to bring you stuff like that, the opening pitch warm-up style from Jesse Carmona. Meanwhile, we'll be looking inside both dugouts during the course of the broadcast as well. Welcome wherever you may be watching, whether you're in Blue Lick, Kentucky, and Tucson, Arizona, all points between or points beyond. Welcome to Ephrata and the World Series. And there you see Ephrata World Series 2017.com and the guys that are bringing it to you, Jock Jive. It is smoky, hazy, a little overcast as a result, but certainly not as much so as was anticipated. Yesterday, temperatures were supposed to get to 102 here in Ephrata, but because of all the smoke coverage, we only got up to about 92. And of course, it's a dry heat here in the Northwest. Certainly not like that humid deep south where we're from. So bearable to begin with, but in reality, though the smoke could certainly create some lung issues that we would prefer not happen, the smoke coverage actually resulted in some cooler temperatures yesterday, and the haze today probably will keep us below the 102 as Blue Lick, Kentucky gets ready to take on Tucson, Arizona. It's a squad that's the Ohio Valley champs taking on the Pacific Southwest champions, Pro Hammer. Welcome aboard. Let's get the lineup set for you. Logan Cook will be stepping into the batter's box. There you see to your screen to the right side. He is the center fielder leading things off for Blue Lick, Kentucky. Meanwhile, the rest of the lineup has second baseman Kevin McKnight batting in the 2 spot. Slayton Robinson is the shortstop batting third. Ryan Henson, the pitcher, will bat in the 4 hole. Jacob Hayes is the first baseman batting 5th. Zach Shirley playing left field will bat 6th. Noah Marion is the third baseman in the 7 hole. Nolan Cook playing right field will hit 8th. Hunter Burnett, the catcher, in the 9 spot, and the extra hitter batting in the 10 hole is Zach Jones. Yes, in the world of Babe Ruth baseball, there is an option. You can play with a 9-man rotation offensively, or you can play with a 10-man rotation offensively. Both of these Logan Cook, all facing Jesse Carmona on the hill for this Pro Hammer squad. Behind the plate, Keegan Graff, and Keegan Graff's got that stretch thing working behind the plate, making the catch of the toss from Carmona. Over at first, John Dormanen. At second, Brandon Ortiz. The shortstop is DeMarco Vasquez. At third, Adrian Madero. In the outfield, you'll find Riggs McGuire in left. The center fielder is Sean Fanning, just a little bit outside. And the count will run full on Cook. And Addison Ryberry over in right. Opening part of the contest, question always is, what about the butterflies? Are they an issue? Well, if they are, they're not for Carmona. He is able to get Logan Cook out number 1 as Kevin McKnight comes to the plate. 7 innings of baseball unless got a tie game after 7, or if somebody's got a really big lead after 4, like 10 or better, then we won't go the full 7. Otherwise, you got a full slate of games today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, as we're in pool play to begin with. And then you've got the top 3 teams from the various pools making it into bracket play for a chance to have a shot at the World Series title. 1 away, McKnight pops it up right side. Saying he's got it is Addison Ryberry, and he will make the catch for out number 2. 2 quick outs, Slayton Robinson coming to the plate. Well, I mentioned that it is warm here in the west. Temperatures all week long supposed to vary between 100 and 102 degrees. But again, the haze, the smoke, the clouds, making things a little more bearable. Yesterday had some rather brisk winds. Winds rather gentle currently. They are blowing out as the pitch is outside of the strike zone to Slayton Robinson. Ryan Henson moves to the on-deck circle. 1-0 pitch on Robinson. 2 are gone. Nobody aboard here in the top part of the inning. somebody's going to walk away with a World Series title in a part of the country in Ephrata, Washington, that might be hosting its last World Series, at least from the standpoint of the Boros, Sam and Randy, who've been very involved with Babe Ruth baseball here in the Northwest. And this is, as a matter of fact, the third time in 4 years that they have hosted this World Series. They say it's probably it. I'm thinking maybe it for a while. Into the corner and the count 3-1. Of course, they've got the final say. Walk issued to Slade Robinson, and Blue Licks got their first base runner of the contest. As Slade Robinson gets the walk, he goes over to first. Ryan Henson coming to the plate. That shot there kind of gives you a look out beyond the trees of the haze that has developed. And I mentioned that it is hazy today, but certainly not so much so as yesterday. Yesterday there's hilltops beyond the trees that we couldn't even see. Today we've got a glimpse as to what is atop those hills behind center field and right center as well. Ryan Henson with a base runner on. Over at first. Quick retrieval of the errant ball by Graff. That will convince Robinson to stay over at first. Jacob Hayes moving to the on-deck circle. Ryan Henson trying to start some Blue Lick two-out noise here in the top part of the first into the strike zone to even the count up. A couple of teams that were here a year ago. As a matter of fact, a lot of the teams that were here last year are here again in 2017. Noticeably absent, though, is the team that won it all a year ago, the Raw Dogs from Alabama. Raw Dogs not going to be able to defend their title. Compliments of a mid-Texas victory in the regionals. 1-2 pitch, just missed, and the count will even up at 2. Your officiating crew, Greg Chenard is behind the plate. Jim Burns at first. Dennis Duke is over at third. Count even 2 apiece on Henson. In towards second, Ortiz will field, and he's got it over to first to get Henson on the 4-3. 4 go up, 3 go down, 1 left aboard, nobody scores in the top part of inning number 1. And we head to the bottom part of the inning as both of these squads try to get a feel for the new environment. And obviously, as I mentioned, they've both been here before, but it is new. It's a year. And you've got a lot of youngsters that played 1 year ago that are not playing in this World Series. They have advanced beyond the age group. And so a new look in part to both teams and an opportunity to get a feel for the environment here in the top part of the first. Cook goes down with a strikeout. McKnight flies out. Robinson the walk. Henson wraps into the 4-3, and Blue Lick sending 4 to the plate. 1 is left on. Nobody scores. Hey, quick reminder, we got a goal during the World Series. Matter of fact, we're doing a couple of World Series. Technically 4 in all, but 3 at one location. And the goal is to hit 10,000 likes on Facebook before our coverage of youth sports this summer, which, by the way, is a week from today. When it ends, we'd like to be at 10,000 likes on Facebook. And coming into today, we were 275 away from that. So if you would open up a brand new browser, don't close out the browser that's got the game coverage, unless, of course, you're watching it on Roku. I guess you couldn't open up a brand new browser. But otherwise, brand new browser, go to Facebook, put Jock Jive Sports in the search engine, like us, then go right back to the game coverage. We keep you updated on scores, schedules, where we're headed. If there are weather delays, rain delays, and the like, that apparently won't happen here in Ephrata this week. But if there is, that's the information that you get, so it's advantageous. It's kind of like you're part of a special club, a privileged club, when you like us on Facebook. Jock Jive Sports. Put it in the search engine, like us. We'll thank you. Ryan Henson on the hill getting the warm-up tosses for Blue Lick, Kentucky. Tucson, Arizona will send DeMarco Vasquez to the plate first. The shortstop leading things off for Pro Hammer. Riggs McGuire is the left fielder batting in the 2 spot. Brandon Ortiz, the second baseman, hits third. Adrian Madero playing third will bat fourth. John Dormanen is the first baseman in the 5 hole. The 8H, Danny Perez hitting 6th. Addison Ryberry playing right field hits 7th. Sean Fanning is the center fielder in the 8 hole. Keegan Graff behind the plate will hit ninth. And as I mentioned previously, you got the option in Babe Ruth baseball to hit 10, and that's what Tucson will do as well. And Jesse Carmona, the pitcher, will fill out that spot. Opening pitch to Vasquez. Inside part of the plate from Henson. Ryan Henson on the hill for Blue Lick. Behind the plate, Hunter Burnett. The first baseman is Jacob Hayes. That one is hit to short. Robinson not in time to first. So Vasquez gets on with a leadoff infield single. And Tucson, Arizona with a base runner aboard for Riggs McGuire. Rest of that defense for Blue Lick. Jacob Hayes at first. The second baseman is Kevin McKnight. At shortstop, Slayton Robinson. And third, Noah Marion. In the outfield, Zach Shirley is in left field. The center fielder is Logan Cook. And another Cook in right field, Nolan. So a base runner aboard as Vasquez delivers with the infield single. Opening pitch to McGuire out of the strike zone. I mentioned 102, the anticipated high today. Absolutely no rain predicted over the course of the World Series here. Currently 87 degrees. Feels like 87 as well. Northeast winds at 8, humidity at 20%. And in the event you are interested, 8:25 is when the sun will drop beyond the horizon. Visibility of 8 miles, UV index of 6. 2-0 pitch to McGuire. As the right-hander gives a glance to the base runner. Base runner will go on a hit and run. And the fact the runner was going created the gap that McGuire could hit through. Robinson broke towards the bag from short to cover Vasquez. And McGuire delivers with a single. Back-to-back base hits. Have a couple of base runners on at first and second for Tucson, Arizona. And Pro Hammer quickly putting base runners aboard. Well, per instructions by coach, get the wood on it, get the base runner over, or at least protect the runner. And that's what McGuire has done as Vasquez is at second. So 2 aboard for Brandon Ortiz. Adrian Madero moves to the on-deck circle. 4 up, 3 down, 1 on in the top part of the inning. 2 already aboard with nobody gone in the bottom part. As Ortiz takes one into the strike zone and the count evens at 1. Champions from Ohio Valley, Pacific Southwest, New England, the Southeast, the Northwest, Midwest, all here towards left field. Plenty of time for Zach Shirley to come in and make the catch. And there is one away with base runners holding. McGuire at first, Vasquez at second. Well, due to the layout of the park, as you notice, there are 2 very noticeable dominant poles behind home plate that does obstruct views to sometimes left or third and sometimes right or first. Our apologies, but there just wasn't time to redesign the stadium. But what a great stadium. Johnson O'Brien Stadium here in Ephrata, Washington. Home of the Tigers at Ephrata High School, but 3 times in the last 4 years home to the World Series. Lifted towards center field. Logan Cook moves a bit to his left. Will field. Nobody's going to tag and go. And after 2 get aboard, 2 have gone down. Vasquez and McGuire with singles. Vasquez of the infield variety, McGuire of the outfield, and since then Ortiz and Madero with flyouts. And there's 2 down for John Dorman. Danny Perez moves to the on-deck circle. Huge hats off to the folks hosting, to the Boroffs and to all the people. It's not just the Boroffs. It is a community that has come together to host the World Series. A job well done. Henson's pitch on the outside part of the plate to the left-hander. Nothing in 1. The EH Danny Perez to the on-deck circle. Top of the second for Blue Lick. It's the 5, 6, and 7 spots coming to the plate. There's the leadoff guy, by the way. Caught a glimpse of DeMarco Vasquez. He is at second. Hit foul and quickly in a hole is Dorman. This is a park that has seen some spectacular plays. I don't think, and over the course of a broadcasting career, you see so many plays, there's just not that many that necessarily hang in, especially an old-timer's mind, but the catch made diving over the railing in front of the third base dugout a couple of years ago certainly is one that I recall well. Dorman swings and misses. A couple of base runners get on, Vasquez and McGuire, but they are left aboard and nobody scores in the bottom part of the first. Despite the noise, you got no score after one as we head to the second. Jock Giants coverage of the Babe Ruth World Series. Kenny Freda.
Hotel in Ephrata that offers large, clean, king and queen size bedrooms with microwaves, fridges, cable TV, HBO, ESPN, and more. Free coffee and free continental breakfast included as well. They also have fax services and high-speed internet available to all rooms, all for an unbelievable low price. I'm talking about the Ephrata Inn Motel, where it's their business to serve you. Call today toll-free at 877-454-3575, located at 848 Basin Street Southwest, the Ephrata Inn Motel.
On the left, the $6 foot-long Subway Club with turkey, Black Forest ham, and roast beef. On the right, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki dripping in sweet onion sauce. 2 footlongs enter, none leave, because you ate them. The sweet onion chicken teriyaki and the Subway Club, they're footlongs and they're $6 each. Subway. So much sandwich.
Top of the second, Jacob Hayes starting things off. Zach Shirley, Noah Marion due up in the inning two. Well, I guess if you look at the success being based on the number of base runners, Tucson, Arizona won the opening stanza, but you don't put any points to the board, so it is a tie after one. There's a look at earlier in the day, some of the prep work that went on here in getting this field ready, and there has been, we got here Thursday at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Opening pitch popped out of play by Hayes and the chase given by Dorman, but we arrived I guess about 4 o'clock on Thursday afternoon, and there was field work being done then. We were here for the better part of yesterday, and there was field work then. Got here this morning about 3 hours ahead of the game, and there was field work then. So a lot of work is taking place here on the diamond. Wrapped over towards short, backhanded by Vasquez. Long throw over, and well, he got it there, but it bounced into the dirt and then away from first baseman John Dorman. And they're going to charge an error to DeMarco Vasquez. I don't know if you charged that to Vasquez or possibly to Dorman at first. But nonetheless, the E has got Hayes on. And the leadoff guy on for Blue Lick, Kentucky, that is Hayes. It bounced. It was certainly in the dirt, but I thought that was retrievable on the ricochet by Dorman. Showing Bud Shirley, runner goes, throw down, and sitting there waiting on him. What a throw by Keegan Graff. Able to get it to Vasquez, and that's how you make up for an E. And it bounced out in front of Graff right where it needed to. And out goes Hayes for out number one. Zach Shirley on the inside part of the plate. Noah Marion moving to the on-deck circle. Well, you get a psychological lift. You got your base runner aboard from the leadoff guy. And then that psychological edge is kind of just sucked right out of there with the fact that Hayes is caught stealing second. Here's that pitch again that got Shirley. That was a pretty good looking pitch. After the fact, though, went outside of the strike zone, and the count will even at 2. Graff out to talk with his pitcher, Carmona. Well, you've got pool play all the way through Wednesday. And when you get through Wednesday's play, the top teams in each one of the divisions, the American division, the National division, the top 3 teams compete for the title. Fouled off over towards first. The American division consists of New England, Southeast, Midwest Plains, Middle Atlantic, and Ephrata. These two teams out of the National Division. Ohio Valley Southwest, Pacific Northwest, and the Washington North State champs. 2-2 toss. High into the air towards short. Vasquez didn't have to move much to make the catch. 2 gone. Noah Marion coming to the plate. Nolan Cook to the on-deck circle. By the way, we're going to get into shout-outs in a bit. Let me go ahead and warn you in advance about the third inning. Third and fourth probably will handle some shout-outs. You want to text in go get them to one of the teams or the team members. We'll give you that chance. We'll post a number in a bit when we get to the third to send shout-outs. Here's how they work, though. Shout-outs, got to cheer on a team or a member. Then we want to know where you're watching from. What part of the country, geographically, city, state, country. Used to ask for unique spots, but these days with the ability to get games on mobile devices, there just aren't many unique spots anymore. Although we did have one last year with a shout out from the crop duster. And we had a game this year that we got a shout out from the operating room of a Tennessee hospital. Those are unique. 3-1 on Noah Marion. And 2 will take selfies. They got to get creative as well. Unique and creative. 3-1 pitch on the corner. Marion thought he was headed towards first. Instead, the count runs full. It's a pretty good looking pitch. Looked like it dipped across the corner of the strike zone before maybe tailing out. Foul out of play. Three-two count. We just on that foul off pitch remembered that we had not covered the windshield of the production van. That's a task that we'll be dealing with shortly. Walk given to Marion. He will walk down to first. Nolan Cook coming to the plate with a base runner on. So for the second consecutive inning, with 2 gone, Carmona issues a walk. With 2 away in the first, Slayton Robinson was walked. And now with 2 away in the second, Noah Marion coming to the plate. Or actually, Noah Marion goes to first with a walk, and Nolan Cook coming to the plate. Hunter Burnett moves to the on-deck circle, lifted in the direction of left field, but that will tail out of play into foul territory. Well, I'm taking a look at our camera ops. They're on top of the dugouts with the umbrella overhead. And they are protected, we hope, for the most part. The crews here building decks to be able to give them a good look, yet not get a real good look at a baseball headed the direction. 2-1 on Cook. Carmona with a look over to Ryberry is over to the foul line and able to make the catch and put it into the inning with no damage done. We have played an inning and a half. Going to the bottom of the second, Perez, Ryberry, Fanning all coming to the plate for Arizona. You are watching the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series in Ephrata.
Today's Best Western is more rewarding than ever. Rewards members get our best rates every stay. And with rewards points that never expire, you get more free nights at over 4,200 hotels worldwide, gift cards, and instant rewards. Now get a $10 gift card with every night you stay. Let's go get rewarded. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Before the final touches were made, before the swing was built, before the trees were there, before the holes were dug, before any of that, a call was made so all underground lines could be marked, so the holes could be dug, the trees could be planted, the swing could be built, and the final touches made to a picture-perfect project. dream, plan, prepare. Call 811 before you dig.
We enter the bottom of the second. Danny Perez will start things off for Tucson, Arizona. Scoreless contest thus far. Blue Lick has had base runners aboard each inning. Couple of walks issued by Jesse Carmona. Got Robinson on in the first, put Marion on in the second. But both runners are stranded. We head to the bottom part of the inning. Danny Perez, the EH, starting things off. Addison Ryberry, Sean Fanning due up in the inning too. And there you see the gentleman who will be tossing it all three. Perez, Ryberry, and Fanning. I'll make that Ryberg, by the way. You know, you like to be able to say it was a typo on the info they sent. It was actually some atrocious handwriting, and unfortunately the handwriting belonged to me. And it's hit towards third. Marion's got it over to first, and now stepping from behind the plate, Greg Chouinard says that was a foul ball. And let's take a look and see as it is hit down the line, and yep, fielded in foul territory by Marion. So it stayed fair until it got to just about third, and stepping into foul territory to retrieve was Marion. And you can clearly see him right there on the opposite side of the chalk. Slap to short, Robinson fields, and the 6-3 will get Danny Perez. One away for Addison Ryberg. Sean Fanning moving to the on-deck circle. And again, that shot from behind center, the plate rather, gives you a decent feel as to the haze. And you got to wonder, I mean, theoretically, the haze has got to slow down the forward progress of a baseball. How much, I don't know. But certainly thicker air here in the Northwest as a result of all the smoke and haze. Addison Ryberg, the right fielder, with one away. Sean Fanning moves to the on-deck circle. Blue Lick's top of the third will send the 9, 10, and 1 hitters to the plate. Fouled back against the screen, quickly 0-2 on Ryberg. Won't forget, in the third, your shout-outs, and I'll give you the number. We'll post it in the third, 334-488-1385. Into the strike zone, and out goes Ryberg. Body language by Ryberg would suggest he knew it was a strike, just kind of stood there for a moment hoping Greg Chouinard didn't. And then you get the call into the dugout. Yep, he knew it was a strike. And Ryberg to the dugout as Sean Fanning steps in, low and away with the pitch to Fanning. Keegan Graff moves to the on-deck circle. Good look inside the Arizona dugout. Count evens up, one each. A ball and a strike, 2 gone, nobody aboard. Here in the bottom of the second, almost got a piece of Fanning. And should I say it, on the Fanny? It was close. Able to pull away and avoid the would-be hit from Hinson. Count evens up at 2. That's relatively close to a camera op over at first. Even in 2 on Fanning. Graff on deck. If you want to slap it out of this park, you got to send it 321 down the lines. The gap's 346 to right, 336 to left. And dead away center field, 366 feet away. So not a particularly large park. You expect some home runs to leave the field during the course of a World Series. Count full on Fanning. 3 balls, couple of strikes, nobody aboard, 2 gone. Bottom part of the second, Blue Lick, Kentucky, Tucson, Arizona, wrapped into left field. And a 2-out base hit has Fanning on 3 hits now for the Pro Hammer squad. Fanning gets on, Keegan Graff to the on-deck circle. Spanked over into left field. Graff will try to at least move the runner over. And there's the runner. You saw him fanning at first, being held on by Jacob Hayes. Fanning getting a rather substantial lead over at first. The right-hander Henson with a glance over the shoulder to give the base runner a look. Toss on the corner to Graff. Jesse Carmona on deck. 334-488-1385. We'll take shout-outs in the third and fourth. And we'll post the number for you. Sliced in the direction of right field. Cook going over. Can I get to it before it drops inside the foul line? On his way to third, Fanning. Meanwhile, Graff is safely at first. Back-to-back base hits have got runners on the corners for Tucson, Arizona. And Jesse Carmona, the 10-hitter, with an opportunity to aid his cause. The pitcher coming to the plate with a base runner 90 feet from home. That is Fanning over at first. Then about 270 feet away at first is Keegan Graff. Lefty versus righty. The left-handed Carmona, the right-handed Henson. Blue Link dodged a bit of a bullet in the first. Base runners at first and second with nobody out when Ortiz, Madero, and Dormanen went down. Just kind of flip-flop that in the bottom of the second. The outs came at the outset of the inning. Perez and Ryberg. Since then, Fanning and Graff on. Into the strike zone to even the count at one. Top of the order awaits on deck. Opening game, opening day, the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series here in Ephrata. Right back up the middle. That is going to be a base hit that drives in the first run of the game. Carmona with a single that brings in Fanning. And Carmona seizing upon the opportunity to aid that pitcher's cause as he delivers right underneath the mid of Henson. We go back to the top of the order. DeMarco Vasquez coming to the plate. That is hit number 5 in the game for Tucson, Arizona. As DeMarco Vasquez, who had a single in the first, an infield single to deep short, batting here in the second. Riggs McGuire moving to the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-0 pitch into center field. Another base hit. Let's see if it will score. Graff rounds third, puts on the brake. Strong throw coming in from center fielder Logan Cook. But Graff at third, Carmona the base runner at second. Vasquez delivering with the 6th Tucson hit. And the bases are all loaded up. And it has all come, all the damage with 2 gone. Perez and Ryberg went down. Since then, nobody's gone down. Fanning, Graff, Carmona, and Vasquez all with singles. Bases full for Riggs McGuire. He will pop it high into the air over towards the third base dugout, and that's going to stay on the field of play. And the nice catch made by Ryan Henson. Or did he drop it? Well, let's look again. I thought he had caught it, then apparently must have dropped it. Well, it's in the mitt. Well, not sure what happened unless maybe it bounced off a pole and dropped back down onto the diamond. Regardless, bases loaded still. And McGuire is going to drop it into right center field. Runners were off and going with a crack of the bat. Graff has scored. Carmona has scored. To third goes Vasquez. McGuire now at second. And it's a 3-zip Tucson, Arizona lead. Just perfect placement of the ball by McGuire. Dropped it over McKnight's head from second, put it in between Cook and right fielder Cook, the center and right fielder. And keep in mind, this is all with 2 gone. All of the damage has occurred with 2 gone. So put Graff in the scorebook, put Vasquez, or Carmona, put Vasquez at third and McGuire at second. So a couple of base runners on for Brandon Ortiz. Ortiz with a fly out to left field his previous at-bat. 5 hits in the inning, 7 overall for Tucson, Arizona. And they have put together a 3-zip advantage. Well, Dan Prono, who was with the New England team. As a matter of fact, I remember Dan from last year. Has just walked into the box and handed me some saltwater taffy, which apparently is a hot item up in the New England states, and now it's going to be a hot item in the Jock Jive production van. Thank you very much, Dan, as it is fouled out of play. Boy, you like it when folks bring you gifts. 0-2 on Ortiz. Maybe we need to convince the Boroffs this should not be the last year for the World Series here in Ephrata. Last-minute swing by Ortiz. He will foul it off. That was one of those swings that, well, they couldn't decide whether we should or shouldn't. Thought it might be in the strike zone and took a chop at it at the last. Yeah, you could see that thought pattern. It was, I'm not going to swing, and then thought, wait a minute, it's 0-2. And bumped it into foul territory. Swing and a miss. Out goes Ortiz. But it was a big bottom of the second. A total of 3 runs will come in. And the game that obviously was scoreless until we got to the bottom part of the second has turned into a 3-zip Arizona lead. Top of the third, bottom of the order coming up, and your shout-outs at 334-488-1385.
Hotel in Ephrata that offers large, clean, king and queen size bedrooms with microwaves, fridges, cable TV, HBO, ESPN, and more. Free coffee and free continental breakfast included as well. They also have fax services and high-speed internet available to all rooms, all for an unbelievable low price. I'm talking about the Ephrata Inn Motel, where it's their business to serve you. Call today toll-free at 877-454-3575, located at 848 Basin Street Southwest, the Ephrata Inn Motel.
On the left, the $6 foot-long Subway Club with turkey, Black Forest ham, and roast beef. On the right, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki dripping in sweet onion sauce. 2 footlongs enter, none leave, because you ate them. The sweet onion chicken teriyaki and the Subway Club, they're footlongs and they're $6 each. Subway, so much sandwich.
Top of the third, bottom of the order, Hunter Burnett starting things off. Zach Jones, Logan Cook, 2 up in the inning, 2. Arizona putting 3 runs on the board and collecting a total of 5 hits in the second inning, and they were all with 2 gone. After Perez and Ryberg went down, Fanning, Graff, Carmona, Vasquez, and McGuire all get base hits. Fanning, Graff, and Carmona come in. A 2 RBI single from McGuire. It is wrapped to third by Burnett. Madero over to first, and Burnett quickly out number 1. One away for Zach Jones, the EH, batting in the 10 spot. Logan Cook moving to the on-deck circle. Well, there's your number, 334-488-1385. You see it on your scoreboard. And for those who are newcomers to the world of texting in shout-outs, just do that. Text a shout out to a player, a team, and then let us know where you're watching from. 334-488-1385. Found out a play. Even at 1 on Zach Jones. 334-488-1385. Pitch stays upstairs, 2-1. Logan Cook awaiting his opportunity next. Another toss out of the strike zone, 3-1. Obviously not an insurmountable advantage, a 3-zip lead for Tucson, Arizona, but Blue Lick, Kentucky, I am certain, don't want to wait until late in the contest to plate runs, and they get Jones on with a walk. Once per inning, Carmona has put somebody on. He walked Robinson in the first, he walks Marion in the second, and now walks Jones in the third. So a base runner at first as we go back to the top of the order. Logan Cook, who struck out in the first, comes to the plate here in the third. Kevin McKnight is on deck. Low and away to Cook. Good look at the leadoff guy, the center fielder. Began the game as a strikeout victim to Carmona. The only strikeout victim thus far for Carmona. 1 strikeout, 3 walks, but more importantly for the Tucson pitcher, no hits given up. Well, let the shout-outs begin. 334-488-1385. Want to send a shout-out to our nephew, DeMarco Vasquez. Play hard and bring home the title. Love your Tio and Tia, April and Billy in Surprise, Arizona. As a matter of fact, I think I recall hearing from Surprise, Arizona a year ago. Fouled out a play, 2-1 now on Cook. Go slate number 17, watching from Louisville, Kentucky. Hi, everybody in Louisville. We'll be there in October for the Male Manual Great American Rivalries football game. 2-1 pitch. A little trickery going on. Kraft trying to act as if he were in pursuit of an errant pitch to get Jones to take off, when in reality Kraft still had the ball in hand. But Jones stays put. 3-1 pitch on the corner, and the count runs full. Good luck to Tucson Pro Hammer from Tumacacori and Rio Rico, Arizona. The Fanning and Valdez family support Sean Fanning and the entire team. Inside pitch, back-to-back walks, have a couple of base runners on for Blue Lick. And if I mispronounce, forgive me. I will take pronunciation guides as well. Good luck, Addison Ryberg, from Mom and Dad and Tyler, watching in Tucson, Arizona. Hey, my name is Hannah, and I'm watching from Owensboro, Kentucky. Shout out to Blue Lick's first base coach. Looking great, babe. All right, thanks so much. Couple of base runners on, 4 walks now in the contest for Carmona as Kevin McKnight steps into the batter's box while Keegan Graff will go talk to Carmona. The Ephrata community is happy to welcome the athletes from the Babe Ruth World Series. Good luck, boys. iFiber Communications from Ephrata, Washington. iFiber does a sensational job of keeping people up to date on sports, news, weather in the area, and helping us out as well with the broadcast. Thank you very much to all of the game at iFiber, and also our camera crew provided by iFiber too, so a big thank you to the folks there. Kevin McKnight, 1 ball, no strikes. He popped out to right field in the first. 0 for 1 in the game. Drives this one towards right field. There is the first Blue Lick base hit. And the base is all loaded up as Kevin McKnight delivers with a single after back-to-back walks. So base runners at first, second, and third. The tying run and runs on for Blue Lick as Slate Robinson comes to the plate with 1 away. Ryan Hinson on deck. Let's go Blue Lick from Shannon Cook, Nolan Cook's mom in Fairdale, Kentucky. Shout out to Bryce and the rest of the Blue Lick team. Maddie watching in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Slate Robinson with a walk the last time he faced Carmona. That happened in the first. Takes the first pitch. Does he drop it in fair territory? Does, down the line into left field. Rolls into the corner. That's got Jones in. That's got Cook in. Here comes McKnight. It's a bases clearing double for Slate Robinson that ties this one up at 3. Three RBIs on the Slate Robinson double. And it is a 3-3 contest with Ryan Hinson coming to the plate, and already a visit to Carmona on the hill. My, what a difference a half inning makes. Tucson, couple of hits in the first, 5 hits in the second. Looked to be, from at least a couple of innings of play, maybe the dominant team. Blue Lick says, And here in the third, have plated 3 runs, have a base runner at second. That's the go-ahead run at second in scoring position for pitcher Ryan Hinson. And wouldn't there be some irony if Hinson drove in the go-ahead run when it was Carmona, the Tucson pitcher, that knocked in the go-ahead run for Tucson in the bottom of the second? No swing on the pitch to Hinson. It's outside. Jacob Hayes to the on-deck circle. Shout out to Blue Lick team and my son Bryce Zachary and nephew Nolan Cook watching from home in Louisville, Kentucky. Tammy Zachary. Thank you very much, Tammy. Got the squad at home watching you. We love you, Brandon Ortiz, number 22 from Tucson, Arizona. Number 22, Brandon Ortiz's family and friends watching in Tucson. Let's go, Pro Hammer. Got a shout out to Cape Cod, which we'll play a little bit later on. Ryan Hinson hit into the 4-3. Batting here in the third with a base runner in scoring position at second. Jacob Hayes, who reached on an error in the second, coming to the plate. Well, thank you very much for the pronunciation guide, by the way. Vasquez is Vasquez. Definitely want to get pronunciations correct. Feel free to use shout-outs as a means by which to make sure that we adequately recognize these young men. So it is Vasquez who plays the shortstop position for Tucson, Arizona. Pitch high, and Hinson is given the walk. That is the 3rd walk in the inning. It is the 5th overall for Carmona. And Ryan Hinson goes to first for Jacob Hayes. Well, coach has already paid a visit to Carmona. If he pays another, there's got to be a replacement on the hill. So it is Graff who will go out and talk to Jesse Carmona, who coasted through the first, coasted through the second. As a matter of fact, did not give up a base hit until we got here into the third. But has issued 3 walks and given up a single and a double. And this one all knotted up at 3 with Jacob Hayes trying to give Blue Lick the go-ahead base hit and run. Let's go Vasquez and McGuire. Let's win this. Nana, Jerry, Caesar, and Nadia watching from Tucson, Arizona. Let's go Steez. Escatet boy from Tucson, Arizona. We love you, number 8, Adrian Madero. Love mom, dad, Grams, Gramps, Auntie, Tio, and cousins. Can't even one apiece on Hayes. A ball, a strike, and out. Couple of base runners on, 3 in the top of the third, knotted up at 3 each. Here's the 2-1 offering. On the corner, and the count evens at 2 each. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and out. Base runners at second as well as first. There's a big cut, no contact from Hayes, and he will become the 2nd strikeout victim of the contest for Carmona. So 2 gone. Zach Shirley coming to the plate. Shout out to my boy Adrian Madero from Eli watching from Tucson, Arizona. Good luck to Jordan, Noah, Mac, and Michael on Cape Cod. Looks like Cape Cod's getting some shout outs in a little early. They're practicing. Just getting ready for their contest coming up. Good luck, Adrian Madero, 3rd base, number 8, Tucson, Arizona, from Mom, Dad, Aunt Shannon, and Grandma and Grandpa watching you. Back safely in second is Slade Robinson. Good luck, Pro Hammer, from Watson Chevrolet sales team in Tucson, Arizona. Here's the 1-0 pitch down the first base line. Nice play by Carmona. Oh, didn't get in there quite in time. Apparently in to score from second is Robinson. Carmona fielded and apparently just not quite there in time. He had to shove it over, and yep, Blues right on that one. From this vantage point, certainly looked like he had gotten the guy out with a throw to first, Shirley. But when you look at the replay, you see that Shirley got there just a split second ahead of the throw. And it's a Shirley infield single that brings in Robinson, makes it a 4-3 Kentucky lead. Hinson at second, Shirley the base runner at first for Noah Marion. Nolan Cook on deck. Take another look, but Blue right on top of this. It's just everything that Carmona could get on it while he's rolling to his right, throwing with the left hand, but indeed able to get there just ahead of the toss was Shirley. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Marion. It is outside of the strike zone. So Jim Burns calling first. Excellent job there. 2-0 now on Marion. Let's go, Carmona. We can do this. Love Mom from Tucson, Arizona. Watching from Lexington, Kentucky. Cheering on my brother Kevin McKnight and all the Blue Lick team. Way to go, Slate. Come on, Blue Lick. Bring it home. Go, Jacob. Number 13. Make Slate run. The shout out simply says, go Blue Lick. Marion on the outside part of the plate, 2-1. Good luck to Blue Lick and to my son Zach Shirley and my husband, Coach Brian Shirley. Bringing home boys from Deborah Shirley in Louisville, Kentucky. Marion a walk in the second. 1 of 5 walks issued by Carmona. Pitches high, 3-1, and trying to pick up another walk here in the third. He is the 9th at bat in the inning for Blue Lick. Couple of base runners on, 4 have come in and scored, and the lead has changed hands here in the top of the third. Good luck, Zach Jones. We're pulling for you and your teammates. Love Mom and Dad. Carmona's pitch. It is high and away, and there is the 6th Carmona walk as Marion will go down to first. And the base is loaded again for Blue Lick as Nolan Cook comes to the plate. Here is a second visit to the pitcher Carmona, so that is going to do it. And Arizona, the Pro Hammer squad, is going to go to their pen, and I see Mark Isla. He is making his way to the mound. So the Carmona stint over, and Islas will step up onto the hill. We will take a break. Be back with more of the Babe Ruth World Series in Ephrata, Washington. Get you the numbers on Carmona. Take a look at Islas when we return.
Are your kids rough on your furniture? Things looking a little run down? Then come to More Furniture in Ephrata and we can help get things back in order. We have all the top name brands made with strong quality support, including Sealy Posturepedic mattresses, because whatever you do in bed, Sealy supports it. The next time your furniture is in need of some replacing, stop into More Furniture in Ephrata, locally owned and trusted for over 100 years.
Jesse Carmona worked 2 2/3, faced 17, 2 strikeouts, 6 walks, 3 hits given up, thus far 4 runs, but the bases are loaded. And Mark Islas is the new pitcher for Tucson, Arizona. Well, there you see your line score, 3-7-1 for Pro Hammer. It is 4-3 and a goose egg where you want it on the scoreboard for Blue Lick. with a 4-3 advantage. Shout-outs continue to pour in. We'll do it in the 3rd and 4th. So if you're going to get your shout-outs in, do it quickly. Unless, of course, we get authorization from the truck, then we can carry the shout-outs a little further. Good luck, Jacob Hayes. Mom and Dad are so proud of you. Love you, bud. Good luck to the Bat Boys from Wilson. Jesse Carmona, we love you. All here at home cheering for you. Love your family in Tucson, Arizona. Shout out to Zach Shirley and Coach Shirley and the rest of the Blue Lick squad. Bring it home. Good luck from your family back in Ville. Pitch is popped up, 2 short. And coming in is Vasquez to make the catch. And Islas throws 1 pitch. Nolan Cook will pop out. That will put it into the inning and close the books on Carmona. He finishes with 2 2/3, 17 faced, 2 strikeouts, 6 walks, 3 hits, and 4 runs given up. We head to the bottom part of the inning, and Tucson try to put that lead back in their hands with Madero, Dorman, and Perez all coming to the plate. This is the Ephrata World Series 2017 on JockJive.com.
Hotel in Ephrata that offers large, clean, king and queen size bedrooms with microwaves, fridges, cable TV, HBO, ESPN, and more. Free coffee and free continental breakfast included as well. They also have fax services and high-speed internet available to all rooms, all for an unbelievable low price. I'm talking about the Ephrata Inn Motel, where it's their business to serve you. Call today toll-free at 877-454-3575, located at 848 Basin Street Southwest, the Ephrata Inn Motel.
On the left, the $6 foot-long Subway Club with turkey, Black Forest ham, and roast beef. On the right, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki dripping in sweet onion sauce. 2 foot-longs enter, none leave, because you ate them. The sweet onion chicken teriyaki and the Subway Club, they're foot-longs and they're $6 each. Subway, so much sandwich.
Bottom of the 3rd, Adrian Madero will start things off. John Dorman and Danny Perez due up in the inning 2. Blue Lick with a 4-run, 3-hit top part of the 3rd. And the lead has changed hands. 3 runs plated in the bottom of the 2nd. That lead lasts until you get to the top of the 3rd, and Blue Lick puts it back into the hands of the Kentuckians. As Madero will start things off, the right-hander here in the 3rd. John Dorman and Danny Perez, they are due up in the inning 2. First pitch wrapped to short. Robinson's got it. Long throw over. It's in time to get Madero on the 6-3. 1 away for John Dorman. Shout out for Pro Hammer from Pomerene, Arizona, and from Arizona. Shout out to Noah Marion from Anne watching from home in Shepherdsville. Go win. Shout out to Vasquez Brothers and Wrigley McGuire from Caesar and Yaya, watching from Tucson, Arizona. Popped in the direction of center field, backtracking a bit. But there to make the catch is Logan Cook, and John Dorman in his out number 2. Hello from the Madero family watching in Bremerton, Washington, cheering on Adrian Madero. Go Hunter Burnett, bring it home, 19. Go Blue Lick, go. Good job, Jesse. So proud of you, Addison Ryberg from your Kansas City, Missouri family. Good luck, Bryce. Love you, Mama and Pawpaw, or Momo and Pawpaw. Watching in Fairdale, Kentucky. Dropped into center field, and a 2-out Danny Perez base hit. As Tucson doing what they like to do. Get hits and score runs with 2 gone. As a matter of fact, all 3 runs that plated and all 5 base hits that came in the 2nd were with 2 gone. So let's see if the same holds true in the bottom of the 3rd as Danny Perez gets a single with 2 away. That is the 8th Arizona base hit, and Addison Ryberg comes to the plate. And right on cue, a shout out. Let's go Addison Ryberg from the Campbell family in Fulton, Missouri. Go Slade Robinson, do your thing. We're home watching and cheering you on. Love your entire Robinson Crenshaw family. Popped up. Back onto the grass goes McKnight. He will make the catch. And Ryberg is out number 3. 4 go up, 3 go down, 1 base hit. That belonged to Danny Perez. 8th base hit of the contest for Arizona. Still a 1-run Kentucky lead as we head to the 4th here on JockJive.com.
Today's Best Western is more rewarding than ever. Rewards members get our best rates every stay. And with rewards points that never expire, you get more free nights at over 4,200 hotels worldwide, gift cards, and instant rewards. Now get a $10 gift card with every night you stay. Let's go get rewarded. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Before the final touches were made, before the swing was built, before the trees were there, before the holes were dug, before any of that, a call was made so all underground lines could be marked, so the holes could be dug, the trees could be planted, the swing could be built, and the final touches made to a picture-perfect project. Dream, plan, prepare. Call 811 before you dig.
A look inside a rather, at least for the moment, happy dugout. There you got Blue Lick taking advantage of a camera in the dugout. I guess that's like a shout out in reverse, kind of a video shout out back to the family and friends watching the game coverage elsewhere. Thank you, Blue Lick guys, as we head to the top part of the 4th. Things will start in the same spot the 3rd began with. Hunter Burnett. High with a pitch to Burnett. He wrapped into a 5-3 in the 3rd. He is 0 for 1. Zach Jones, Logan Cook due up in the inning 2. Swing and a miss. And the count will go even. 2 o'clock matchup. The New England champ, the Southeast champ. 4:30, the Washington North State champion in the Southwest. And then in your 4th and last game of the day, slated for an 8 o'clock start, it's Ephrata and the Midwest Plains champions. 2-1 on Burnett. 3-1 now with the pitch outside of the strike zone for Mark Islas. More shout-outs. This one says, I want to give a shout-out to a big thank you to the generous host families. Thank you very much, Aaron and Stephanie Burnett. On the corner, already taking a trip to first was Burnett. He'll have to put on the brake, slam it in reverse, and get back into the box. Greg Chouinard calling that a strike, and the count will run full. Into the dirt, goes to the screen. Burnett will make his way to first with the 7th walk issued by Tucson, Arizona. A runner at first, that's Burnett. Zach Jones, who walked and scored a run in that 4-run 3rd for Blue Lick, comes to the plate. Shout out says, come on Hunter, love you bub. Zach Jones walked, scored a run in the 3rd. Right-hander steps in with Burnett at first. Nobody gone. Logan Cook is on deck. Let me echo their sentiments, though, in thanking the host families, as there is a balk, and Islas going, what did I do? But the balk has got Burnett into scoring position. And let's see if we can pick up what happened. Well, that was after the fact, but you can see there Greg Chouinard indicating that there was a balk. This gives us a better look here. Well, I didn't see it, but the umpires did. And the balk has got Burnett to second for Jones. Logan Cook stepping into the batter's box. I'll make that to the on-deck circle is Cook. In the box is Jones. Big lead at second for Burnett. And that's going to be dropped into right field, a base hit. Let's see if Burnett is Given the green or the red light, it's the red light. He will hold up at third. Zach Jones with the 4th Blue Lick base hit of the contest over at first. And now we head to the spot of the order where Logan Cook occupies, and he'll have a couple of base runners on. Runners at first and third. Jones is at first. Burnett is now at third. And apparently that's it for Mark Islas. And DeMarco Vasquez coming to the mound from shortstop, and going out to short, it appears to be Nano Vasquez. So you still got a Vasquez at short, but it's no longer DeMarco. He is on the hill. We will be back with more baseball from Ephrata. It is the World Series, and it's on JockJive.com.
Are your kids rough on your furniture? Things looking a little run down? Then come to More Furniture in Ephrata, and we can help get things back in order. We have all the top name brands made with strong quality support, including Sealy Posturepedic mattresses, because whatever you do in bed, Sealy supports it. The next time your furniture is in need of some replacing, stop into More Furniture in Ephrata, locally owned and trusted for over 100 years.
The new pitcher is Vasquez. The new shortstop is Vasquez. DeMarco Vasquez coming from the 6th position to play the 1 spot. Defensively, meanwhile, Nano Vasquez is now at short. Mark Islas works a third of an inning, faces 3, no strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit given up. And he leaves with runners at first and third. Jones at first, Burnett the base runner at third. We go back to the top of the order. And Logan Cook, who struck out and walked, scored a run as well, comes to the plate. Kevin McKnight moves to the on-deck circle. A 4-3 Blue Lick lead outside of the strike zone from Vasquez. 1 ball, no strikes. Shout out to my big brother Nolan Cook. Play hard, love Mason. Into the strike zone to even the count up at 1 on Cook. Cook, one of 2 strikeouts for Tucson, Arizona pitching. Actually, yes, 2. For a moment there was 3, but 2. And they both belong to Carmona. He struck out Cook in the 1st and fanned Hayes in the 3rd. Runner goes, but instead of the throw down to second, they will concede. Jones getting into scoring position. Graff throwing to third, trying to pick off Burnett. Burnett able to dive back in safely. And now both base runners in scoring position for Logan Cook. And Vasquez now getting paid a visit by Keegan Graff as he took a look at the throw down to third. Burnett able to get back in safely. A 4-3 Kentucky lead, but they're threatening to tack on more with nobody out here in the 4th. And a couple of base runners in scoring position. 5 days of the World Series pool play. And then bracket play will begin on Thursday. It's Thursday when the pace of games, the number of games daily, drops off noticeably. Hit over towards second. Ortiz will concede the run, get the out on a 4-3 put out of Cook, but the run comes in. It's now a 5-3 Blue Lick lead. Cook picking up the RBI that drives in Burnett. To third goes Jones. And there's 1 away for Kevin McKnight. Jones at third in a 5-3 game. By the way, the adjustments on your scoreboard. We are linked to the scoreboard here, so whatever they've got there, the official scoreboard you get. So now we see that run added to the Kentucky total. Into the strike zone to Kevin McKnight. McKnight with a fly out to right field, a single. He has scored a run as well. Slayton Robinson moves to the on-deck circle. More shout-outs. That's the way to do it, Blue Lick. Keep them changing pitchers. 334-488-1385 to send shout-outs. Count evens up at 2 on McKnight. Slayton Robinson next. Well, I mentioned we've got World Series going on really across the country. Down in Alabama and then up here in Washington. At the end of the World Series, we wrap up our baseball coverage. Baseball covers the longest part of the season for us. Starts back in February, wrapped over towards Ortiz, and he will look the runner back at third, get McKnight on the 4-3 putout. Played perfectly pitch and defensively wise from Tucson, 2 away now. And Slayton Robinson coming to the plate. Major League Baseball, there is one game in progress. Out of the strike zone to Slayton Robinson. Cubs on top of the Nationals by a 4-1 score, top of the third. Everybody else plays later. Mets and Dodgers, Rays and Brewers. Orioles have the Tigers, Padres and Pirates. The Sox, white and red. Yankees and Indians, Twins and Rangers, Marlins and Braves, Cards and Reds. Blue Jays, Astros, Mariners, Royals, Phillies, Rockies, Diamondbacks, Giants, and the Angels and the A's. All a little bit later on. Count even at 1 on Robinson, who has walked and doubled. His doubled, cleared the bases in the third. They were loaded when he delivered with a double, popped up in the direction of center field over towards his left. And there to make the catch is Sean Fanning. 1 run will plate. The lead will grow to 2. It is Blue Lick on top of Tucson, Arizona. The Pro Hammer coming to the plate for the bottom part of their order. The 8, 9, and 10 guys when we return to the Pacific Northwest.
Hi, I'm a kid, and I am here to tell you why fruit is good for you. It is healthy for your muscles, your brain, your eyes, your heart, and your body. I've been sitting behind this big tray of fruit, and it looks so good, and it smells so good, and I haven't gotten one piece.
When your sport team has a great game or season, come celebrate your team's hard work at Lake Bowl in Moses Lake. Our Redemption Center game room is loaded with fun. Lake Bowl wants to help you recognize your team's accomplishments with fun and affordable packages. Bring your team in to eat, play, and have some fun. Team celebrations are a blast at Lake Bowl. Give us a call or visit our website for more information. Lake Bowl, Moses Lake's family entertainment center.
We enter the bottom of the 4th. Sean Fanning starting things off. Keegan Graff, Jesse Carmona slated to come to the plate. We'll see if Carmona keeps his spot in the order. He was lifted from the hill. As we are in the bottom part of the 4th in a 5-3 game. Blue Lick plating a run in the top part of the inning. Hunter Burnett's trip around the path aided by a walk and a balk, and came in on the 4-3 put out of Logan Cook. More shout-outs to get to. 334-488-1385. I mentioned we do it in the 3rd and 4th. So you still got the 4th inning to send those shout-outs. Let's go to Marco and Nano Vazquez. Let's get this W. Keep rocking, Blue Lick. Keep making DeVille proud. Shout out to the broadcasters and announcers. You rock. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you on the other end. As a matter of fact, I say often, if you weren't there, no need for us being here. So thank you very much for watching the coverage. Shout out to Baby B, your favorite cousin, loves you. We'll do it through the 4th, and the fourth is now into the bottom part of it, so really only about a half inning of shout-outs to come. 334-488-1385. Well, thank you kindly for the shout-outs coming in. And again, we appreciate you watching our coverage. Game number 1 of the Babe Ruth World Series here in Ephrata, Washington. If you've just joined us, it is sunny and warm, but not as sunny nor as warm as anticipated, thanks to some haze pitched into the dirt to Sean Fanning. That haze keeping temperatures down and keeping the sun away. So there's a good and a bad aspect to it. Obviously, the bad is those with lung issues it's not particularly kind to. And I noticed yesterday when work was going on to prep the field, there were several wearing masks to keep from breathing in the smoke. And then, of course, the plus side is the heat and the sun. It kind of keeps that away. 1-2 on Fanning. Keegan Graff awaits on deck, wrapped towards second. McKnight will field. He will go to first. And there's one away in the fourth for Tucson. Keegan Graff. He heads to the plate. Meanwhile, it is Nano Vasquez who fills the Carmona spot in the batting order. He has moved to the on-deck circle. Shout-out says, good luck to my brother Zach Shirley and my father Brian Shirley. Hope they do good. Hit to left and a leap at the last moment by Zach Shirley will deny Graff an opportunity for extra bases. That got to Zach Shirley quickly, and there you see the leap necessary to make the catch 2 away. Nano Vasquez batting for Jesse Carmona. Carmona, when he batted in the second, had a single that drove in a run, scored a run as well. And with 2 gone, Nano Vasquez will get his first at-bat of the contest here in the bottom of the 4. DeMarco Vasquez to the on-deck circle. By the way, after the 4th, here's how you send shout-outs. Facebook and Twitter. You can send them all day long on Facebook and Twitter, trying to get to 10,000 likes on Facebook, trying to get to 1,000 followers on Twitter, as it is popped up by Vasquez over into foul territory near first. Hayes got twisted around trying to make the catch, could not, and then it did a couple of push-ups. Maybe those were self-implemented and mandated push-ups for missing the catch in foul territory. There's the miss, got turned around, and I don't know if we got the tail end of it, but he did a couple of push-ups. So that might have been self-inflicted punishment. And Vasquez will get back into the box and away to 2-2 offering from Ryan Henson, the starting pitcher for Blue Lick. Roll towards third. Waiting on it there is Marion. And he'll go to first to get Vasquez on the 5-3. 3 go up, 3 go down. Nobody scores in the bottom of the 4th, though we have wrapped up shout-outs on air. You can send them all day long to Facebook and Twitter. We head to the 5th. Henson, Hayes, and Shirley coming up for Blue Lick when we return.
Hotel in Ephrata that offers large, clean, king and queen size bedrooms with microwaves, fridges, cable TV, HBO, ESPN, and more. Free coffee and free continental breakfast included as well. They also have fax services and high-speed internet available to all rooms, all for an unbelievable low price. I'm talking about the Ephrata Inn Motel, where it's their business to serve you. Call today toll-free at 877-454-3575, located at 848 Basin Street Southwest, the Ephrata Inn Motel.
On the left, the $6 foot-long Subway Club with turkey, Black Forest ham, and roast beef. On the right, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki dripping in sweet onion sauce. 2 foot-longs enter, none leave, because you ate them. The Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki and the Subway Club. They're footlongs and they're $6 each. Subway, so much sandwich.
Top of the fifth, Ryan Henson starting things off. Okay, we'll put a couple of shout-outs in. I know it's the fifth, but until the pitch, technically it's not, so we'll do it in the fourth. Shout-out, yeah, Zach Jones, you my boy, and let's go DeMarco and Nano Vasquez. Let's get this W. Billy in Surprise, Arizona. Base hit by Ryan Henson, and the leadoff guy from Blue Lick will deliver with a single to begin the fifth. Fifth base hit of the game for Blue Lick, and the base runner on as Jacob Hayes moves to the box, to the on-deck circle, Zach Shirley. Well, I mentioned we are back to focusing on the game coverage, but you can send in all kinds of shout-outs if you wish via Facebook and Twitter. And, of course, you got to be following us or liking us to do just that. And feel free to do just that. Follow us and like us. Outside of the strike zone, counting it at 1. Hayes reached on an error in the second, struck out in the third. He is 0 for 2 in the contest. 4 game days today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then by the time Thursday gets here, with 2 games Thursday and Friday and a championship on Saturday, we won't know how to act after these 5 4-game days. Fouled off by Hayes. You get used to the long days, and the shorter days feel really short. And look at Jacob Hayes. Number 2 hitter in the 5th inning. Henson, the base runner at first. Vasquez wraps it towards second. Let's see if this is to Ortiz. To Vasquez, on to Dorman, and it is a 4-6-3 that turns the game's first double play. So Hayes wrapping into the 4-6-2 gone. Zach Shirley to the plate. Shirley's popped out and singled, drove in a run as well. The games have technically a 3-hour window, with the exception of the 2 o'clock game, which has a 2.5-hour window because of the opening ceremonies, which will take place at 4:30. Otherwise, you're looking at about a 3-hour window for the games. This game is 1 hour 25 minutes in, as it's fouled back up against the screen. So really a little bit ahead of pace, maybe. Noah Marion moving to the on-deck circle as we are into the top of the 5th. Slated for 7. Swing and a miss. One gets on with a single, taken out on the double play, turns into a 3-up, 3-down, top of the 5th. Nobody scores in the Kentucky half. Arizona comes to bat in the bottom part of the inning. We go to the top of the order. Vasquez, McGuire, and Ortiz. This is the 2017 Babe Ruth Baseball 16-18 World Series on Jock Jive.
Hi, I'm a kid, and I am here to tell you why fruit is good for you. It is healthy for your muscles, your brain, your eyes, your heart, and your body. I've been sitting behind this big tray of fruit, and it looks so good, and it smells so good, and I haven't gotten one piece.
When your sport team has a great game or season, come celebrate your team's hard work at Lake Bowl in Moses Lake. Our Redemption Center game room is loaded with fun. Lake Bowl wants to help you recognize your team's accomplishments with fun and affordable packages. Bring your team in to eat, play, and have some fun. Team celebrations are a blast at Lake Bowl. Give us a call or visit our website for more information. Lake Bowl, Moses Lake's family entertainment center.
Top of the order, bottom of the 5th, DeMarco Vasquez, Riggs McGuire, Brandon Ortiz due up in the inning 2. There's your line score. 3 hits, make that 3 runs, 8 hits, an error for Arizona, 5-5 and zip for Louisville, Kentucky's Blue Lick. It's a kind of a, in the unincorporated area near Louisville, Kentucky is Blue Lick. It's part of Lincoln County, Kentucky. Ever hear the name? Now, James hasn't. He's 31, and that's a different era of music. But there was a gentleman by the name of Red Foley in the Country Music Hall of Fame. And his parents had a general store at the crossroads of Blue Lick years and years ago. So a little Blue Lick history for you. Here from Ephrata, Washington, top of the order, DeMarco Vasquez starting things off. On the outside part of the plate, Countyman's at 1. Couple of singles, one in the first, one in the second for Vasquez. Stranded at second in the first, stranded at third in the second. And batting here in the fifth, Riggs McGuire to follow, Brandon Ortiz as well. This is a lead that's not comfortable for Kentucky. Just like the 3-zip lead for Arizona wasn't comfortable earlier. Into center field, the leadoff single in Arizona, trying to get things together here in the top of the fifth, as Vasquez will start it off for Pro Hammer. For a moment, Vasquez thought about two. Cook bobbled it there in center field, and Vasquez took the big turn, and he actually slipped a bit, so had he not slipped, might have tried second. But instead, he is at first for Riggs McGuire. Too far inside, ball one of McGuire, who's 2 for 2 with a couple of RBIs. Adds a pair of singles. Gonna sneak in a few more shout-outs. This one to Blue Lick and my grandson Zach Shirley and son-in-law Brian. And we'll be fair and balanced. One to Arizona. Shout out for Keegan Graff from Dad and Mom. Go get him Pro Hammer from Tucson. Popped up to the right side. Cook in a couple, then strolls to his right to make the catch. One away. One out for Brandon Ortiz. And not a big celebration, just kind of routine. That's how, yeah, there we got a little extra at the tail end of the catch. Ortiz with a fly out to left and a strikeout. He is 0 for 2. Adrian Madero moving to the on-deck circle. Popped up to center. Logan Cook says, guys, I got it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Adrian Madero coming to the plate. He's popped out to center. He's ground out to short. 0 for 2 is Madero. John Dormanen, he will be next. If this game wraps up noticeably early, I don't think there's going to be much in the way of a time change for the games that follow. I think we've still got a 2 o'clock start time for the New England champs and the Southwest champions. Madero 1-0. Henson's pitch into the zone, and the count evens. You know, if you took the first couple of innings of the contest and used that to gauge what the rest of the game would be like, I don't think you would have predicted that Ryan Henson would still be on the hill for Blue Lick and that Jesse Carmona would be gone for Tucson. First couple of innings had a completely different look, and as a matter of fact, as the runner takes off, a strike delivered, and Madero will finish up his at-bat with a brand new one when they get to the 6th, because gunned down is Vasquez. Caught stealing second, a single to begin the inning for Tucson, but with Vasquez thrown out at second and the pop out of McGuire and Ortiz, it turns into a 3-up, 3-down 5th. We are headed to the 6th. The 7, 8, and 9 spots coming up for the Ohio Valley champions when we return to Washington.
Hotel in Ephrata that offers large, clean, king and queen size bedrooms with microwaves, fridges, cable TV, HBO, ESPN, and more. Free coffee and free continental breakfast included as well. They also have fax services and high-speed internet available to all rooms, all for an unbelievable low price. I'm talking about the Ephrata Inn Motel, where it's their business to serve you. Call today toll-free at 877-454-3575, located at 848 Basin Street Southwest, the Ephrata Inn Motel.
On the left, the $6 footlong Subway Club with turkey, Black Forest ham, and roast beef. On the right, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki dripping in sweet onion sauce. 2 footlongs enter, none leave, because you ate them. The sweet onion chicken teriyaki and the Subway Club, they're footlongs and they're $6 each. Subway, so much sandwich.
3 up, 3 down, and a base hit in the top of the 5th. 3 up, 3 down, and a base hit in the bottom part of the inning. Here we go with the 6th. Noah Marion, Nolan Cook, Hunter Burnett, 2 up in the inning. Blue Lick with a 5-3 lead. Those 9 hits, by the way, that you see under the Tucson, Arizona line score, they all came in the first couple of innings, and 7 of the 9 came in the 2nd inning. So that's when you were thinking that maybe the day would not be particularly long for Ryan Hinson. But he has stayed, he has endured, and he has gotten better. I guess like a fine wine, they say that ages and gets better with age. Well, that's what Ryan Hinson's play has been like. He has gotten better as the game has gone on. And here we are in the 6th with Noah Marion leading things off. Couple of walks for Marion. Walk to the 2nd and 3rd innings. And might get walked here in the 6th, as that's 3 outside of the strike zone from DeMarco Vasquez. I mentioned we've got the New England champs, Cape Cod, that will be playing in our 2nd game of the day, taking on the Southeast champions. As there's another walk, the 3rd one issued to Marion, and he will get on to begin the 6th. But why I mentioned Cape Cod squad, who by the way is taking on the Mud Cats out of Surrey County, North Carolina, they delivered with some New England taffy, some saltwater taffy to the guys here in the box. Actually, they brought me two boxes, James. James is lamenting that he didn't have any taffy, but they brought me a couple of boxes, and James will have one and I the other, as this one is lifted into center field. Diving catch in center field by Sean Fanning. What a catch by Fanning. And of course, the big plays in every game, they are put down into a little 5 to 7 second video bite, and it winds up on Facebook and Twitter. That is not only a contender, that's a guarantee. Sean Fanning's catch of the Nolan Cook fly ball will get him on Facebook and Twitter. When you find it, by the way, like it, retweet it, whatever you got to do to send it elsewhere. Share it. Hunter Burnett with one away. Burnett is wrapped into a 5-3 and walked. He is 0 for 1, scored a run as well. Zach Jones to the on-deck circle. Top of the 6th, 1 hour, 35 minutes into this one. Opening game of the day. Too far inside, 2-0 on Burnett. By the way, also here at the compound or the complex, however you would like to refer to the stadium as, they've got an area for vendors down the first base side, and one of the tents, big white tent with the cloth dropping to the grass to each side, and it's air conditioned, and when you step inside, nice couch and a big 75-inch screen to watch the game on. So if you come here to watch, as it is high for ball 4 and the walk issued to Burnett, and you're saying, you know, the heat's a little too much, you want to catch part of the game in there, feel free. Couple of walks here in the 6th, have a couple of base runners on for Zach Jones. That is the 9th walk issued, by the way, as this one is flown over the head of left fielder Riggs McGuire. That has got Marion in to score. Zach Jones with a long single makes it a 6-3 game. Well, you like it when your 10 spot is producing. Jones has walked and singled twice, scored a run, and now driven in a run. And Kentucky now with a 6-3 lead, and that haze, by the way, the smoke beginning to build a little bit. The haze is a little more definitive now. As you can see on your screen, it's not the picture, it's not your TV, it's not our camera that's starting to look hazy. It is definitely getting a more smoky look here at the park. Seems to be moving down from, not the mountain, but the hill beyond center field. And of course, our camera in center field is going to be the first to give you the results of that smoke. Hit to Vasquez at short. Throw on to first. Will not turn the double play because of the hard slide in by Zach Jones. But Jones is out on the 6-4. Burnett goes to third. On the other corner is Cook. And there's 2 away for Kevin McKnight. McKnight with a fly out, a single, a ground out. He is 1 for 3. Runners on the corner. Slayton Robinson next. As a matter of fact, this morning when we ate breakfast at a local eatery, runner goes to second. Throw is not there. It bounces out of the mid of Vasquez, and with the throw to second, Burnett broke home, and he will score to make it a 7-3 Kentucky lead. Even if it doesn't pop out of Vasquez's mitt, Cook is in safely. And there's a look at Cook, who is at second. And now a 7-3 contest. Blue Lick with their largest lead of the game into the dirt. Nice job by Graff to keeping it in front of him, and that keeps Cook at second. McKnight with a pop out to right field in the first. He was the middle out in that inning. Singled and scored a run in the third, wrapped into the 4-3 in the fourth. Slayton Robinson awaiting his opportunity next. Hit towards right. And right at Addison Ryberg. Did at the last moment have to go back a few, but able to make the catch and get McKnight on the fly out. Couple of more runs plate, though. The Blue Lick lead is now 4. It's a 7-3 contest. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Madero, Dorman, and Perez all coming up for the guys out of Arizona.
Today's Best Western is more rewarding than ever. Rewards members get our best rates every stay. And with rewards points that never expire, you get more free nights at over 4,200 hotels worldwide, gift cards, and instant rewards. Now get a $10 gift card with every night you stay. Let's go get rewarded. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Before the final touches were made, before the swing was built, before the trees were there, before the holes were dug, before any of that, a call was made so all underground lines could be marked, so the holes could be dug, the trees could be planted, the swing could be built, and the final touches made to a picture-perfect project. Dream, plan, prepare. Call 811 before you dig.
Bottom of the 6th, and there's the dugout. The guys that are headed to the plate, hoping to produce some runs here in the bottom part of the 6th. Down by 4, Tucson, Arizona. Adrian Madero, John Dorman, and Danny Perez due up in the inning as well. It's pool play, and one loss does not your season or your World Series make. You can lose a game and still get in. As a matter of fact, there are going to be plenty of teams, obviously, that get into bracket play that have lost a game. As a matter of fact, 2 games last year. I don't think we had any 3-loss teams a year ago. But if we did, then one game's not going to spell the end of your pursuit of a World Series crown. But you want to get off on that right foot, and Arizona would like to try to play some runs here in the bottom of the 6th and get back into the ball game. It's certainly not a game that's over. Kentucky, on the other hand, likes the spot that they currently exist in. They are up by 4. And if you're getting the latter stages of a game, you sure like being ahead more so than being behind. Adrian Madero is popped out and ground out. He's 0 for 2. Launches this one into left field and a leadoff single. Gets the 6th started for Arizona. Adrian Madero delivering. John Dorman then coming to the plate. By the way, you can also watch the game on Facebook. The Babe Ruth page has live coverage of the game as well. Actually, several spots. You can watch it on our website, jockjive.com. Into right field, back-to-back base hits. And Arizona getting their 6th started the way they had hoped. As a couple of